Iowa leads Wisconsin by 8. Here's Hilliard. Feeds inside. Douglas off glass and good.
Not been a barn burner of a period. Here's luring for 3. Yes. Alex luring the redshirt junior who
almost stepped in the passing lane that time. And taking the body contact is Douglas. And she'll go to the free throw line. The foul against Courtney Shaw.
Wait a second and see which way is this call going. Shaw looked like she had pretty good position. See it on the replay. So Shaw sliding to space, but just at the last moment comes up and she can just lean back, and that shot is just so comfortable for her.
And the turnaround again. Thompson has proven tough there on the inside for the Badgers.
Holmes, a lot of contact there, but not going to get anything, and too strong on the layup. Inside to Lewis. That's going to be a blocking foul.
Nearly had another turnover. Badgers looking for a bucket, and they've got it.
Big Ten tournament most valuable player. Big Ten freshman of the year, and she has been awesome as a sophomore. Great shot block there by Halle Douglas on Katie Benson, the three-point sharpshooter for Maryland. Bibby misses the second try.
To close the quarter on a little mini run here and perhaps cut the lead in half.
Looking for a 1-4 flat. Usually you see a high ball screen out of that, but that's a penetration and kick. She's going to continue to find a way for herself, regardless of whatever kind of defensive match she gets.
And right on cue, a chance at the three-piece. Hilliard getting on the board, and a sigh of relief for the sophomore.
Definitely, right here. Hey, take a hard cut sometimes and see what happens for you. Yes, she said, oh my gosh, there it is. But sometimes you have to make things happen for yourself instead of depending. You have to have confidence to let that ball fly.
Hilliard gives it up with 3 seconds. And Douglas gets the floater to go down.
Throws up a shot that's rebounded by Halle Douglas. Douglas shot it well in the first half against Purdue, and she stays hot to knock this up at 13. Douglas knocking it down.
Douglas always have to stay ready, gets it right into the pocket to get the shot off.
Lob inside to Schrammick, mid-post on the left. Posted up against Ephraim. Back out to Douglas. She'll fight her way to the rim, off the backboard, and it's in. How about that? Here's Hilliard. Pass over to the left, Schrammick. One dribble, and she passes to the corner. It's picked up by Douglas. Back to the basket. Kick out right side. Here's Moscow hitting the 3. Estella Moscow with a big-time Badger palm. Right in front of the Illinois bench, it's Hilliard. Double figures in scoring. She'll penetrate and kick to the near side corner. Douglas buries the 3.
6-0 run for Maryland. Wisconsin trying to grab some of the momentum back before the second. Beautiful pocket pass from Douglas to Hilliard.
What impresses me most is that she's able to do it on the catch, off the dribble. She does it from every spot on the floor.
Up the and one.
Yeah, great cut to the basket and able to finish around length. It's a great cut.
And say maybe a little bit out of sorts defensively.
Stoffaker 3, near corner, too long. Another offensive rebound for the Badgers. Hook shot curling inside, 4 feet away. Soft feathery touch for Douglas. Academic and athletic scholarship to SMU. Then she transferred to Penn State this past summer. It's been a blessing. 3 in the corner off the Cash free throw miss, and that is good for Halle Douglas.
62-56 Wisconsin, almost a minute gone by in the final quarter. Here's a drive by Green, working on Douglas. She lost the ball, and it's a turnover.
Mershon back into the game, making her second straight start, and the Badgers disrupt that handoff into the hands of the freshman Halle Douglas. Finds a cutting Kate Thompson for an easy 2.
That consistency, where she hunts her shot, the games, she can do it.
Tonight, 12 points. Pull up at the free throw line. Good by the freshman Douglas of Wisconsin.
Mixed in there are 5 3-pointers from the Cincinnati product.
Cheering on her team as Jada Peoples hits a long one. It's 47-21 Illinois. And then a quick answer on the other end from the freshman Halle Douglas.
Schrammick to Douglas. Nice feed to Douglas, and the lead is down to 10 for the Hokies.
16-point lead early in this second half for Northwestern. As the feed goes inside, working in the post and fighting it up and in, plus the foul is Halle Douglas. Sophomore from Lake Forest making her presence felt against Courtney Shaw.
On the more in her points, as she only has 4 points in this game.
Douglas feeling it now. She cans the step back too, and all of a sudden Wisconsin finds themselves within 11 all day really, but they have a chance here to make things interesting down the stretch. Great find from Schrammick on the inside. Nothing comes of it initially. Douglas with the floater. She got it.
Well, if you ever want
I didn't want to step on your toes.
No. I would love that.
No, I appreciate you giving me that permission. I love that for me.
Christina Elliott has really shined in the second half.
And the Badgers up the floor quickly. Hilliard goes down to Schrammick, back outside Douglas. Wide open three, straight on, and she splashes it. Halle Douglas, a three-pointer for the Badgers. Goes to Douglas, left of the circle. 8 seconds, ball over her head, bounce pass. Backdoor cut for Hilliard, off the left glass and good. Dime drop by Douglas, but it doesn't alter her shot. Wisconsin now 36-22 the lead. Back with the ball, 2:23 to go, second quarter. Douglas, nice pass down low, foul, basket good. Douglas a chance to go to the free throw line for the three-point play. Very well because Wisconsin passes it around the three-point arc. A player cuts from the weak side to the strong. Wisconsin on offense. Nelson to post Bishilova on the right side. Back to this, I believe, man-to-man defense. Maybe it is a zone defense. Left corner three, doesn't matter what defense it is. There's Halle Douglas. And so we will take a break. 4:55 to go in the fourth. Wisconsin 65, Illinois State 50. This is Wisconsin women's basketball from Learfield.
Badgers have it. Post Bishilova on the left wing for the UW. Finds Hilliard over to the right. Douglas steps into a three and it rolls in. Halle Douglas from the right side knocks down her first jumper. Junior, as I mentioned, 18.1 points per game. She leads the team in scoring and rebounding at 8.2. 46-23 IU, 6.5 to go in the third. Here's Douglas in the paint for the Badgers, fighting, stepping through, left hand, finish will rattle in. Good post move there by Halle Douglas. Wisconsin and Sydney Hilliard. Really not a lot of argument from her, so it'll go to IU. 6 points tonight for Wisconsin to Douglas, left elbow. Turns and faces her defender, that's Brown. Now works and tries to get one up and in, and she does low on the left.
The player only playing in her 4th game all season, and those are her first points of the season. Left hand, it bounces in for Halle Douglas, tying us back up at 32.
Hand off on the dribble drive over on the far half of the court. Now they'll bounce to the left elbow. Look at this passing inside to Elliott, and she scores. Badgers worked it around the horn, then got it at the free throw line. Minnesota gets one to fall. 4:19 to play here in the first quarter. And it's 13-7 Gophers. Right side three. Douglas buries it. Has it back to the basket. Time ticking away on the shot clock. Douglas sets the high screen. Looking back inside. Bounce to Douglas. Back to the basket. Bounce back to Julie P. Down low on the right. Uses the window and it's good. This is big time for the Badgers so far in this first half. Scalia, don't want to speak too soon, is 3:10 to play. 75-57, and just like that, Minnesota has an 18-point lead. Douglas rattles home a three from the left wing.
She has such a nice shot, and then she really gets comfortable down there when they give her space and room to operate on offense.
On the backdoor cut, Hilliard creates contact and gets the roll. First quarter shot 2 of 11, and that's where it's got to start, right? Put some shots in the bucket.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, you saw Ty Singleton make a good move. That's a nice basket right there from Julie P.
And the playing time that Dilk has gotten tonight, she has been glued straight to the hip of Nelson. Going the other way is Michigan, and back with the Badgers. Nelson penetrates. Nice dish. Hilliard finds bottom of the net.
They got none of it in the first half, as the only 3 players who have scored are Nelson, Schrammick, and Post Bishilova. 7 on the shot clock now. The feed inside for Post Bishilova. Beautiful cut, beautiful pass. Hilliard working on Brigham. Up top for Douglas. Douglas, the open 3 is up, and it's good. Halle Douglas.
As Post Bishilova has it again with the Sydney Hilliard board.
Well, Wisconsin head coach Marissa Mosley said, hey, we cannot have these slow starts. And look right here, Sydney Hilliard, we said she loves to get downhill, and she sells the cut. Well, she did say that the fans in Wisconsin are very supportive, and they are giving her just a full load of encouraging words and emails.
In the open court, she'll kick it to Douglas for three, and she rattles it in. The Badgers competing in.
Wisconsin looking to get some points on the board. Douglas does just that. Good for three. First personal on Douglas. Sometimes great offense beats great defense. Great ball movement there from the Badgers, and Douglas will finish it off, knocking down the three-pointer for the Hawkeyes. 13 total points off turnovers, and have done a great job in transition. As a nice play there as Julie P. up and good for two.
During that halftime, because Wisconsin looks a lot more comfortable out there with Illinois' pressure.
Douglas stepping behind the three-point line. She drains it.
That's come on nicely for Wisconsin. Only a sophomore. She played quite a bit last year.
It is a 5-point game. Illinois trying to get the season sweep against the Badgers. Douglas, she drains it. An even bigger basket for Wisconsin.
Man, oh man, great ball movement once again. Drive and kick to your open.
Wisconsin certainly with good things to come in the future, as Katie Nelson trying to work on the present as she was trapped in the corner. Finds its way to Douglas from downtown, knocks it down. Chloe, who's got 16 points and 2 rebounds today. Another really strong performance for her. Nice cut inside basket on the foul. Intelligent play from Katie Nelson, and she's going to the line for one more.
She's averaging about 11 per game. Here's Nelson, front court for the Badgers. Douglas, topside three. That one's through. Halle Douglas drains it for Wisconsin. Now trying to drive into the lane, has it at the Big Ten logo. Kicks out to Douglas on the right. Douglas driving with 5 on the shot clock. Tries a shot. It's going to bounce around and drop in. Dribbling behind her back to the left elbow. Kicking out topside. 5 on the shot clock. Now Douglas tries to go line left. Bounce inside. There's LU high off the glass. It's good. As the shot clock was winding down.
Nelson at the top of the key. Pick set by Schramek. Drives forward. Pass back to Douglas. Three-pointer shot up. Bang! It's good. Katie Nelson passes the ball to Christina LU. Back to Nelson at the top of the key. Back to Douglas. Pass to Pospisilova. What a pass! Passes it down to Julie Pospisilova. Three-pointer is made by Halle Douglas for the Badgers. Stoffaker passes it out. Halle Douglas in free space, and her 4th three-pointer of the day right now for Douglas. She is automatic from the three-point line. 12 points on the day right now. Halle Douglas, three-point line, made! Halle Douglas has made 5 three-pointers today. And Matilda Eck has just been lights out so far today. Pass out to Douglas, and Halle Douglas. That's another three-point shot for Halle Douglas, so she is 6 of 6.
Nelson today 3 of 7 from the field. Hasn't scored in the second half so far. Beautiful move inside by Halle Douglas, as Wisconsin is the first team in the scoring column in this quarter.
Top of the key for Douglas. Douglas is looking for a way to get the ball to Schramming, takes a dribble, finds a cutting post. Pospisilova goes up for the layup, and it's good.
And so the Badgers really need to spread the ball out here. They really need to get someone out on the three-point line, get them open.
Pospisilova up top for Douglas. Nice call, Matt, getting someone open on the three-point line. Halle Douglas sinks the triple.
Seniors, one of which hasn't entered the game yet, but it looks like we'll be checking in next dead ball. Missed shots have been a pattern.
To the basket. Douglas to Nelson for the layup on the back cut. Three seconds to the bucket and the foul. Wisconsin's able to get the ball in, to push the ball up the floor. To the basket. And the bucket. Coast to coast.
Backdoor cut. It is Nelson. Another easy 2 for the Badgers.
Well, they have just found a way today, and they are playing with a level of confidence and a sense of urgency that has not been matched yet by Wisconsin, but they just knocked in that one.
The Glenn sisters, twins, in their sophomore seasons. There's the trailer. Schrammick setting up Douglas and one.
And get the break going quickly. The distribution and unselfish play.
Not going to have one of the best scorers, best players in the country in Ayoka Lee. Backdoor cut by Wilkie. She chases it down and lays it in. Douglas going one-on-one, dropping it into LaBarbera, and the guard finishing right at the block.
It worked out in their favor, but then Livingston a little too quick on that, lost the ball. Open is Wilkie. She'll take the three. It's good. LU finding LaBarbera out. Takes the handoff again. Douglas finds LU open, and an easy layup for Christina LU. Sarah Williams coming back on. North Florida been struggling all game long. LU. Douglas in the paint. Throws it out wide. Pospisilova for three. It's good.
Hit out of her hands by Maddie Wilkie. Now Douglas taking it up for LaBarbera. LaBarbera with the layup, and there it is. Fitch now fumbles that ball. Douglas recovers it. Pass to LaBarbera, who's dragging up. To LaBarbera. Pass to Douglas. To a great pass in to Maddie Wilkie, and Maddie Wilkie makes that shot easily. Pospisilova now taking this up for the Badgers. To Douglas. Pospisilova, who has a beautiful drive. Julie Pospisilova. Pospisilova now. Pass to Douglas. Douglas with a lot of free room, and Halle Douglas with a beautiful three-pointer there. First foul of the game. A personal foul. Wilkie now going off the court for the Badgers. To Copeland. Copeland passes it back to Douglas. Passes it in to Williams, and Williams with a short shot up, and that is in.
That's got to feel so great for her, and such a valuable contributor on this team.
Great story by her. She gets the layup, and she's been waiting.
Sarah Williams still on that bike. We haven't seen her yet in the second half with her 3 fouls. Halle Douglas we've seen. She's got 2 more.
Copeland open inside to Douglas. Douglas leaves to Porter through the trees, knocks it down again. Back inside, give and go. Feeds to Leitzinger, she finishes through contact.
Douglas came up limping after that, a little slow up the floor here for Wisconsin.
Feed to Leitzinger. Back out to Douglas. She's gonna fire the three. Halle Douglas.
Sometimes you have to not take the shots the defense wants you to take.
Douglas drains a three.
Well, Douglas is going to make her way up the floor. You see her eyeing the basketball. No one's picking her up. Everyone else is looking at the ball as well. You got to close out on that.
In steals as well. Has the ball right now for the Badgers. Swings it out for Douglas. The long three. Got it.
No, we haven't been able to hit one yet. Score remains 8-4 Wisconsin. Douglas on the perimeter. She'll take the shot. She drills the shot. With Wisconsin leading 11-10. Look at that. Halle Douglas, three-pointer, setting the Wisconsin lead.
3 made threes early in the contest. Here's another try from beyond the arc, and that goes. Halle Douglas sprays it.
Douglas, you'll see here, stepping outside and hitting it.
They were shut down by Michigan toward the end of that second quarter.
So Kyra Evans has got tied up with Wisconsin there.
And there's a three. That's the way to do it. Here's a recap of the third quarter action.
From the outside tonight.
She's not forcing anything right now.
At her speed, Caitlin Clark.
10 to shoot for Porter, who turns on the Jets and finds in the corner. Inside, Williams that time gets the angle.
But, you know, it was a great game plan, great strategy by Wisconsin, because right now, as long as Ayanna Johnson is in the floor, then
They're cutting into this Wisconsin lead a little bit here, JD. It's 34-22.
Yeah, it seems like when Sarah came out, the Rutgers knew they had to attack the paint. Great shot by Halle right there.
And Douglas's three-point shot right there. Wisconsin, they are putting on a show for this big crowd.
Give and go. Excellent patience by Leisinger, but a couple of misses around the rim for the Badgers. Halle Douglas lining up a three, and she drains it. The second for the Badgers this quarter. Time after time for the Badgers. Copeland will launch a three, and Williams flies in. Getting the dish from Douglas, an excellent finish.
very unselfish play by Halle Douglas.
Lau in transition to Walsh, 2 turnovers in a row. Douglas all the way up the other end. Ronnie Porter by herself gets the layup. Excellent move, another one. Walsh driving down the lane, but the turnovers have been the story of the day today. Wisconsin has done really well in transition.
Seems like the Badgers have found a way around this defense as they get past the half court to Copeland. Halle Douglas for 3, that one is good. Gets it right back for the Badgers. She looks for the 3. Halle Douglas gonna take it from the top of the key, and she's got that one.
It has to be. I mean, all the players being threats, the way they run their offense, how dynamic they are. You really have to be intentional wherever you are.
Douglas beats the buzzer. She recognized that the time was expiring. And into the ball game for the Hoosiers.
Douglas, what an aggressive attack and a pretty floater to straight.
Rutgers just 4 of 18 shooting. That's 22%. Leitzinger, different spot, but the same results. Natalie Leitzinger lighting it up in the first half.
Definitely going to need the defense to step up because these threes have come wide open.
Called for taunting on that, but I like the confidence that she brings to the floor. It's fun. 30 points for her, 1 off her career high, which she's done 3 different times. Sanders.
But especially for a freshman. And that was a senior that she was going up against. And that wasn't bad defense by Douglas. It was just great poised offense.
It's a good pass from Douglas there.
Back screen, ball screen action after the UCLA cut by Maryland. Trying to free Sellers on that mismatch inside with Porter sitting right behind her. They probably should have tried to feed that.
Good hands by Halle Douglas into the front court, lays it in. So a little 5-0 spurt here for Wisconsin.
Last several games for her, so she's even got a higher clip as of late.
For the shot clock here. Douglas gets it to go. Pretty 3-point shot.
Through that contact inside. Right here, a little pump fake. And then kick it out when that defense recovered. And that helped too deep to the lane line. And that's what you can't do. You can't be all the way back there. You can't run 10 feet to...
Williams had 31 points when these two teams met a month ago. Porter unloads from deep. Wisconsin's hit 2 threes early on.
Take as much time as I can off the clock.
Emmy Jones checks into the game here for Wisconsin for the first time. Douglas is open from the wing. You bet.
Badgers got to feel good about where they're at. There's been a lot of games where they've scored less than 50 points in the game. Instead, they have 50 points at half, shooting 56% from the field. But the 3-ball really has been their bread and butter. Half for Williams is quiet. She had 7 points in that first half. The reason why the Badgers were doing so well is they were getting the ball out of Williams' hands, getting it out to the perimeter. Another turnover.
Pinballing around. Douglas gets it inside. Copeland able to rise that one home. There you see another look at that play. Nice find there by Douglas. Looked like the pass might have been a little long pass up ahead here from Copeland to Jimenez. Finds Douglas right back inside. Williams went up and finishes down low. And she was tagged on the arm by Smith.
They had 26 points off of turnovers against Purdue Fort Wayne.
Here's Leisinger again off the cut. This time she finishes.
First game at home in the postseason since 2011. That was against Illinois State, and they've been playing really exceptional.
Yeah, deep 3 from Douglas, and it goes.
Forcing mistakes on the other side, but going back to this 3-pointer here from Douglas, you see she had about 0.3 on the clock when she let that one rip. The Badgers just continuing to battle back down 7 here with a chance to cut this deficit.
Porter with Douglas to Grady. That's her spot, and she proves it. Now Jimenez to the corner. Grady stops, three-pointer for the tie. Can't get it. Douglas, the board saving it. Jimenez goes up.